Welcome back to Lost History. When we last saw our friend Jin, he was in the middle of the ocean on a raft with Michael, Walt, and Sawyer. But that had gotten blown up by the others, Walt got kidnapped, Sawyer got shot, and everyone's just in the water. But Jin will make it to the shore, and more problems will arise. Jin is captured, tied up, and interrogated by a group of people who he thinks is the others. Eventually he will escape. This is when he will run into Michael and Sawyer.
Michael! Sawyer! Jin! 이쪽으로 오지 마! 이쪽으로 오지 돌아가야 돼! 아저씨!
Yes, they are captured and thrown into a pit.
What I wouldn't give for a cup of water right now.
나를 올려줘. 어서. 포기하지 마.
No way. No more human pyramids.
Just forget it. Every minute I spend down here is another minute my boy is still out there.
Well, let me break it down for you, Mikey. Right now, Rambina and her buddies are trying to figure out what to do with us. So until they make up their damn mind, there ain't nothing we can do.
어깨에 상처가 아주 심해 보여.
Yeah.
After some mind games, the people will eventually let them out, and they will explain who they are. They were also on Oceanic Flight 815, and they are the people from the tail section of the plane. They have also been brutalized by the others, more so than the Losty crew, and definitely are afraid of them, so they wanted to make sure these men weren't part of the others. The three former prisoners and the tail section crew goes back to the tailies camp. It's a hatch they found, and it's depressing, guys. The remaining tail section survivors who haven't been kidnapped by the others are huddled in a corner in darkness. So it's decided that everyone together are going to venture through the jungle to go to the Losties camp. But first they need to gather provisions. And this is when Jin has a moment to shine.
Hey! Hey! You wanna help us out over here? You wanna eat?
Fish.
Now, before they can get too far, Michael decides to run off towards the others to go get his kid Walt back. The tail section survivors don't care about waiting for him or finding him, but Jin absolutely does.
Let's go, we're moving out now. Cindy, water. Libby, can you carry the radio?
Michael.
We're leaving before he can tell them where we are.
Michael. What are we supposed to do? Wait for him? He ain't coming back without his kid. Walt. He ain't coming back without Walt. You really think he's gonna find him? In case you haven't noticed, it's every man for himself, Chewie. Mike's gotta worry about Mike, and I gotta worry about me.
Wait. Please.
You're going the wrong way. That's where he's going. Toward them.
What are you doing?
I'm going to help him find his friend.
Jin will go off with his new friend, Mr. Echo. In the jungle, Jin has a couple of encounters with stuff. He gets attacked by a boar, discovers a dead body, and has to hide from the others. The pair will hide until it's safe to come out, and soon after, they will happen upon Michael. At first, Michael says no to coming back with them because he is determined to find the others and to find Walt. Jin and Mr. Echo will eventually talk him into coming back.
I know they took your son, but you have no idea what these people are capable of. And they will not be found if they don't want to be.
They took him right out of my hand. Right out of my hand.
You find Walt, Michael.
As the group is adventuring through the jungle, it is soon realized that Sawyer isn't doing too great. He's definitely not going to make it. The main leader of the Tails section, Ana Lucia, wants to leave him behind. But again, Jin refuses to leave one of his friends behind and convinces everyone to build a structure so they can kind of carry Sawyer through the jungle. This will slow down the group so much that they will reach their destination come nightfall. Along with the nightfall, there is also a bunch of heavy rain, and with all this, there's also conflict. The leader of the Tails section, Ana Lucia, will see someone sprint towards them in the rain, and she fires her gun at her. She thinks she is one of the others, but unfortunately she is not. She is part of the lost crew. Her name is Shannon, and Shannon will die in the arms of her love interest Saeed. Yeah, so the mood's pretty tense right now, and after a brief kidnapping and a heart-to-heart, we'll eventually get a beautiful reunion moment. It is so cute how happy they look together, and honestly, every time I watch that reunion scene, I tear up like a baby. While Jin was away, the Losties found their own hatch and opened it, and in it was a bunch of food, guns, and supplies. Also in it was a guy named Desmond. Desmond had the job to type in some numbers and push a button every 108 minutes. If he didn't, something bad would happen and a disaster would occur. And it was these guns, the guns from the hatch, that Michael would steal to go off into the jungle alone to go find Walt. Hurley will come up to Sun and Jin to tell them what happened, and Jin immediately wants to go after Michael because they're pretty good friends at this point.
잡을 수 있을 거야.
당신 아무데도 못 가요. 못 간다니까? 여기서 한 발짝도 움직이지 마! 당신이 뗏목 타고 나왔을 때 얼마나 걱정했는 줄 알아요? 살아있는지 죽었는지도 모르고 정말 미쳐버린 줄 알았어. 다시는 그러고 싶지 않아요.
마이클은 내 친구야.
나는 당신 아내예요.
Things between the pair are pretty good again after that, until day 57 when Sun, while working in her garden, is attacked. She is injured and left alone, and fortunately one of the Lost crew will find her and bring her to Dr. Jack Shepherd. And don't worry guys, Sun is A-okay. After a brief discussion, it is deemed this is an attack done by the others. Everyone's really freaked out, and this includes Jin, who demands to get a gun. He's turned down and he's super frustrated, and he will take his frustration out on Sun's garden.
이거
뭐 하는 거야?
그래
뭐 하는 거야?
그래
뭐 하는 거야?
됐지 이제 여기 올 필요 없지
This is another dick move, and after going out to fish, Jin will have a moment for some introspection, and having a weird conversation with Sawyer and a guy named Bernard, Jin will eventually go back to Sun's garden to try to fix it. And it's here Jin will get some, pretty good news.
그럴 필요는 없는데.
아니, 내가 그렇게 했잖아.
자기야. 난 네가 필요해.
네?
난 이런 거는 너무 싫어. 자꾸 싸우는 거. 근데 내가 어떻게 해야... 다른 사람도 하고 얘기도 할 수가 없어. 의사소통이 전혀 안 돼. 난 당신이 필요해.
진수 씨,
아니야, 괜찮아. 미안하다. 다 내가 못나서.
나 임신했어요.
뭐? 임신?
임신이요, 여보.
만약 아들이면 우리 아버지 이름에서 한자로 따면 어떨까?
하나는 우리 엄마 이름으로 해요.
사람들에게 알려도 돼?
잭하고 케이트는 벌써 알고 있고 아마 소율도 알고 있을
데디요. 그럼 버나드도 알고 있겠네?
이 섬에서 아마 모르는 사람은 없을걸요?
I love you.
With the relationship stable and squared away, the two will even agree to go with Saeed on a mission. And this is a great place to pause for a context break. Danielle Russo, that French woman from before in the last video, will catch a guy in her net. The guy claims to be Henry Gale, only he's not. He's Benjamin Linus, and he's the leader of the others, but no one really knows that at this time. It's a secret. So she will take Henry/Ben to the Lost crew to hold him and interrogate him, and she basically tells them not to trust him, he's one of the others. A couple days after, Michael will return back to the Losties camp, and unbeknownst to everyone, he has made a secret deal with the others. If he frees Benjamin Linus, he and Walt can get on a boat and leave, and they'll be fine. They'll be safe and rescued. And he will do just that. But in order to enact his mission and keep it a secret, he has to unalive two people, Ana Lucia and Libby. This definitely affects the morale of the group. They lost two of their own, so they will hold a funeral service for the pair, and the vibe is off. But there's a second part to this deal. Michael must take back certain members of the Lost crew to the others. These people are Dr. Jack, Kate, Hurley, and Sawyer. Of course, Evan agrees to this because they want to get Walt back. They care for the kid. Because Michael's controlling and adamant that only these people come, it gives up major red flags. So Islanders Jack and Saeed decide to make a plan. Saeed will take a newly discovered boat to the other side of the island for support. Only Saeed doesn't know how to sail, and Jin does. So he must take Jin with him, and Sun's like, hey, I'm coming with. Sun is definitely struggling with morning sickness on this troop, but the trio continue on to the plan. It's their job to go to the other side of the island and light a fire as a smoke signal to the Michael crew to know that they have support for whatever they're walking into.
I don't know what is more disquieting. The fact that the rest of the statue is missing, or that it has 4 toes.
우리 가야 돼. 지금 당장. 사이드한테 얘기해.
My husband says it's time to leave.
그들은 오지 않을 거야.
He doesn't think Jack and the others are coming. It's been over a day since we lit the fire. They should be here by now.
Jack knows we're out here. He's counting on our signal. Perhaps he's not able to see the smoke. If he's north of us, the mountains would block his view.
우리가 보내는 신호를 보지
We need to
못한 것
sail
같아요.
forward along the coast, clear the mountains, and start another signal fire.
돛을 해변 쪽으로 돌려서 다시 한번 신호를 보내재요.
No.
I told Jack I would light a fire. I'm not abandoning him.
사이드 말은 우리가
사이드? 사이가 임신했어? 정신 차려.
My husband thinks we have to do as he says, because he's the only one who knows how to sail. But he's wrong. I can help you sail the boat.
Sun and Saeed kind of scheme behind Jin's back, and they go dock in another part of the island and light another fire. On land, Jin gets really frustrated and goes up to Saeed to demand a gun, and here he will reveal his own little secret.
Gun.
I don't think I understand.
자기야. 나도 여기서 무슨 일이 일어나는지 다 알아. 이건 잭을 위한 신호가 아니고 그 놈들을 유인해서 죽이려고 하는 거지.
What is it?
He knows what we're doing. He knows it's a trap.
서로 영어를 하면 모르는 줄 알지. 당신이 생각하는 것보다 나 잘 알아들을 수 있어.
He says he understands English better than I think he does.
나 다 알아.
He knows I betrayed him.
건.
Can you handle one of these? It's an automatic.
Come nightfall, while everyone is waiting for the trap, Jin and Saeed agreed Sun should wait on the boat for safety, and Sun will decide to do just that. Only while Jin and Saeed are waiting in the bush, it seems the boat is not the safe place to be. The pair in the bush will hear a gunshot coming from the boat, and the boat will speed off into the ocean. Jin immediately runs into the ocean so he can swim after the boat, so he can save Sun. Fortunately for him, he finds her into the water, and everyone there is A-OK.
자기야! 괜찮아? 당신이 없어? 당신이 없으면 내가 어떻게 살지 몰라. 당신하고 우리 아이.
I'm sorry I dragged you into this. And please communicate to your husband. The next time, I will listen to him. We should go. We have a long walk ahead of us.
They all decide it's time to go home. Although, while sailing back home, something weird happens. Turns out the hatch at the Losties camp needs to blow up, and this causes a weird reaction throughout the whole island. Also, side note, this is when the Michael group is kidnapped. Michael and Walt get a boat, leave the island. Sawyer, Kate, and Jack are kidnapped by Benjamin, Linus, and the other, and Hurley is let go back to camp to deliver a message for them to stay away. Upon their return, nothing too crazy plot-wise happens to Jin, but there are some fun things that happen. On day 76, Hurley will find an old broken-down Dharma van, and he wants everyone in the camp to come fix it, only no one else really wants to. So Hurley drags Jin along to help. While they're trying to fix the van and get the dead skeleton out of it, Sawyer, who was previously kidnapped by the others, will show up and help them.
Never mind.
Hey, where's my stuff?
What are y'all doing? Dude, you're alive! High five!
Yeah, Snuffy. It's good to see you too. I'll be damned, y'all found yourselves a hippie car.
Pretty cool, huh?
Jimbo. How you doing?
Good.
see you. Well, look at that. Somebody's hooked on phonics.
The trio fixes the van and they will recruit Charlie to help with the test drive. And this leads to one of my favorite scenes in the series. It's just a cute, happy moment. Everyone needed a win that day and they got it.
Son of a bitch.
Soon after, they will find the ping pong table from the hatch explosion, and that will entertain them for a little bit too. On day 80, Jin is party to a plan to trap a seagull to get a message to someone and be saved, but that plan kind of doesn't go anywhere. Jin will then go play detective with Hurley and Sawyer, so they can solve the mysterious deaths of fellow castaways Nikki and Paulo.
You see something? Sawyer?
Nothing. No! Don't.
Dude, what are you doing?
2 people are dead. You ever think they might have been poisoned?
That's evidence.
Soon after, there will be another happy reunion moment for the island. The formerly kidnapped Dr. Jack Shepherd returns back to the lost camp. Now it's official, all of the people that the others have kidnapped are back home safe and sound. Jack Shepherd will return with a +1 though. Her name is Juliet, and she is a former one of the others. She has been exiled, and Jack likes her, so he brings her back to camp, but no one really trusts her. They're very suspicious. On day 84, Desmond, the guy from the hatch, will recruit Hurley, Charlie, and Jin to go camping. Come nightfall, because Jin, Hurley, and Charlie think this is a normal camping trip, they'll make camp, light a fire, and start to tell ghost stories.
그 남자가 웃으면서 이 말 했지. 걱정 마세요, 소녀 아가씨. 내 갈고리 소는 예비 머릿속에 아직도 박혀있다!
But not Desmond. Because of his powers of premonition, I know, weird, but doesn't really concern Jin. He knows something crazy is about to happen.
Is that a helicopter?
Rescue.
Look. Look!
Where are you going? Out to where it fell. Come on, let's go.
The four men then decide to trek off together into the jungle to find what dropped from the helicopter. Not a lot happens on this journey. It rains a bunch, they have some back and forth, Charlie almost dies, but eventually all together they'll reach a tree where there is a person hanging by their parachute. Desmond will then climb the tree to cut down the parachute. The three men below will use that parachute to catch the person that Desmond cuts down. They're very successful. The person that they recover from the tree is a person named Naomi, and she is in pretty bad condition. It's not looking good. This is when, be it fate or just happy accident, a guy they've never seen before will happen upon the group. After a dramatic chase scene, Jin of course catches up to them, and then there's a really cool fight scene. But he's one of the others. His name is Mikhail, and he will trade his medical expertise and help save Naomi, the woman from the helicopter they just found, for his freedom. Naomi is stabilized, and Eye Patch Man goes off into the jungle. The men decide to bring Naomi back to their camp, but they don't really tell anyone about her, even though maybe they should tell the doctor. However, they don't trust him right now because of Juliet. Despite that, the men do decide to go to one guy they know they can trust. This is when Saeed will meet with Naomi and question her. She will first reveal why she's here. Apparently she was hired by Penny Widmore, who is Desmond's girlfriend, and she is desperate to find Desmond. The second thing she will reveal is that there's a freighter off the coast somewhere, and that is like her home base and like where she came from. Naomi will then show Saeed that she does in fact have a satellite phone so she can contact the freighter. It seems that there is hope to be rescued. Saeed tells everyone about Naomi and the freighter and the satellite phone. A tape recorder is also found, and on it is a message from Juliet telling the others that Sun is indeed pregnant. Apparently, when Jin was camping, Sun and Juliet went to a medical hatch to see the baby and do an ultrasound. Jack then reveals he knows Juliet told him, and this is when Juliet tells them to flip the tape.
Juliet, it's Ben. I'm sending 3 teams to extract Kwan the night after tomorrow. We won't have time to run Austin's sample, so if you determine that she or anyone else is pregnant, mark their tents, and we'll take them too. Good luck.
Yes, you heard that correctly. Ben and the others are planning to kidnap Sun. This is definitely the point where the Islanders realize they need to protect themselves, fight back, and most importantly, try to get off this island. The following morning, Jack reveals to the island crew that he got Daniel Russo to get a bunch of more dynamite, and they are going to use this in his plan. This plan requires 3 separate groups. Group A, which is Desmond and Charlie, will go out into the ocean to an underwater hatch to turn off a signal jammer. Group B will be Saeed, Bernard, and Jin because they are the best shots, and they're going to have to shoot some dynamite from afar. By shooting the dynamite, they will cause explosions and chaos, eliminating some of the others, and deterring them from following Group C. Group C is everyone else. They are going to go to the radio tower so they can send a message and use the phone and hopefully get rescued.
자기 옆에서 떨어지지 말고 피부는 꼭 쉬어라.
진수 씨, 왜 이러는 거예요?
Because we have to go home.
Come nightfall, the others do in fact come to kidnap people, and Group B must do their part of the plan. Only a little hiccup.
It's empty! Get away from the tent! Trap, move!
Please, God.
Get away from me! Daylight! Drop your weapons! I got you, man! It's over!
Don't. Finger off the trigger.
Get up. Okay, Junior. Where the hell did...
They're not talking.
Who do you have?
Gerard, Quan, and the dentist.
Shoot Quan.
What?
Want them to answer questions? Kill Quan.
Do it now.
지역에나 떨어져라.
I don't know what that means, but I'm sure it's lovely.
No, wait, no.
No talk.
No, please.
Talk to me. Nobody will get hurt. Now tell me where your people went.
He's lying. He's going to kill us all. Where are they? Sayonara.
The radio tower. They're hiking to a radio tower.
Why in the hell are they going there?
A woman parachuted here. She has a satellite phone and they're gonna call her ship.
The men are kept hostage, tied up, and morning will come. And right now, for the three men, it kind of feels like an all is lost moment.
Stay in the bus, hero.
Apparently, a few people from Group C came back when they didn't hear the third explosion. And it's a good thing they did, because they totally saved them. The new group of Jin, Bernard, Saeed, Hurley, Sawyer, and Juliet will wait at the Losties camp so Team A and Team C can return back to base. Only when Desmond returns, it's without Charlie, and he will deliver some bad news. Charlie sacrifices his life to warn the island friends that it is not Penny's boat. Naomi lied.
What? On the way? Desmond, where's Charlie?
I don't know, but we need to get in touch with Dick now!
It's all right. We can call him. We have a walkie. It's okay.
Where is it? Get it? What do you mean if people aren't who they say?
Where's Charlie?
I'm sorry, brother.
The group will argue about what to do. They need to warn Group C about what happened about Naomi being a liar, only everyone disagrees on how to do it. If they decide to use the walkie-talkie, it will warn Naomi's people on the freighter that they are suspicious of them, and it might cause bad reactions. Hurley will make a bold move, take the walkie, and throw it into the ocean, thus deciding they have to go on foot to warn Group C.
A monster ate the pilot and a power healed John Locke. The number's been repeated now for 16 years non-stop. Something about this island that I can't quite explain. And now the jungle's moving round and making funny noises. All that we've had since we crashed here are endless surprises. I've seen Jurassic Park enough to know I should be worried, but all that comes to mind to say is, guys, where are we? We're lost. All of us 1,000 miles off course. We're lost. Second chance to try for some remorse. We're lost in a sea of synchronicity. We're lost. The island calls us to our destiny.